I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Zion Park District meeting for July 21st, 2016 to order. Eric, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Pye?
Here.
Commissioner Brown?
Here.
President Hartman? Commissioner Buckholz?
Here.
Commissioner McGarrett?
Here. And now, the approval of the minutes. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the July 16 meeting.
June 16 meeting? I'll entertain a motion that we approve the minutes for dated June 16 of the regular meeting and the finance meeting.
I will second it.
Right, okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, we have no guests. Well, welcome, Bob. Our faithful guy. Okay. Are there any changes to the agenda?
We will not need the executive session, so you can take that off of the agenda.
Yes.
Anything else? Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. I'd like to entertain a motion to amend the agenda.
I make a motion.
You can just approve the amended agenda.
Approve the amended agenda,
Yeah.
so I don't have to call. Okay. All in favor?
No.
What?
No, you have to wait for the
Oh.
motion.
Okay.
I make a motion to what?
Approve the agenda as amended.
Approve the agenda how it's amended.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carried. Any comments from the commissioners tonight?
I got one. The 4th of July, you guys did a great job. Everything was popping good. The fireworks was probably the best I saw in the last 10 years. It was one long lot of fireworks and it was great. My dad loved it. I heard no complaints about the fireworks.
Thank you.
It was a great show.
I also heard a lot of compliments.
Yeah.
About
They did a
fireworks.
really good job for us this year, the company. This is the second year we've had them. We did add a little bit to the budget for fireworks this year since it was our 70th anniversary, but I thought that they really stepped up and did a great show for us.
Really enjoyed the fireworks.
Anything else? Good?
I also have a comment. It's about the 4th of July fireworks. And it was, everything went smoothly as far as I could tell. One of the comments that I do have is that, you know, obviously having lived in town all these years and having been, you know, on the commission only for a year, one of the things that concerned me just slightly, and I know that you as the director coordinated with, you know, outside agencies, such as the Zion Police Department for additional help, but we only had one park ranger working at a time, and that was a little concerning as a, that I could tell.
Yeah.
And
There were two at a time.
there were two at a time. We could only find one at a time when we were looking. We looked very, very hard
Okay.
on purpose, just to monitor, just to see. When it comes to, you know, major town festivals, major city events, in particular for the Zion Park District, we have the 4th of July, we have Jubilee Days. There's, you know, major events. This is just a commissioner's comment. It would be befitting a responsible party as far as the staff of the Zion Park District if we had all hands on deck. If we had people that were, able to be there, this would be the day that those types of people should be working. This is a public safety event. If there was a day that the park rangers should be working, that's the day of their plate that they should be required to work, if at all possible. It's an opinion that I would like to express publicly. So we have an upcoming event that I know the route was changed, and it was changed partly due to past events that have happened at the end of the parade for Jubilee Days, the route in particular. And that is a good thing. It is a good change. We'll see how it plays out. But expressing my concern for this agency, for this unit of local government that has its own park rangers. They are a public safety entity, and if there was one day that they should be working, that all hands should be working, it would be that day. So I would just like to express that comment, not that we had any problem, not that we didn't have coordination with the city entity. We did, and that coordination went well, but we have our own, and we need to use our own, and that is what I would like to express. So,
Thank you. It's a good point.
but otherwise, as far as the family was concerned, as far as personal observation, we didn't see too many issues. We didn't see, whenever the one park district ranger that we saw, or the police officers that we saw, anytime that there was anything remotely out of line or out of place, it was addressed immediately. Park staff, it didn't matter what it was. If it was trash that didn't make it into a bin, it was taken care of right away. And everybody that I talked to and everybody that I saw, they enjoyed the evening. It was fantastic. So, I enjoyed it.
Thanks. Okay, we're going to move on to our reports. Anything from the attorneys?
No.
Okay. So now we need to pay our bills. And I would like to entertain a motion to pay the unpaid bills.
I'll make a motion for the unpaid bills. I'm probably going to say this wrong because there's nothing to read here. And just to read the price of the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
For $170,795.93. You say the date too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for June 1st, 2016 to June 30th, 2016, for unpaid bills.
Yeah.
I will second that.
Okay, Eric, can you call roll?
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Okay. Now we have an update of the July Paternal Pulse newsletter. Do you have anything for that?
The 4th of July first, I do have a update for the 4th of July, the financial report. This probably isn't totally complete since we're not through July yet, but I just thought I would give you the update of where we're at. We budgeted $16,000 loss on the event, and to date we're at $18,000. Since I did make the decision and we did not budget to spend an extra $3,000 on the fireworks, we're actually still ahead of where we budgeted, but there are some expenses that could come in this month. Most of the expenditures actually went out in June because of the way the 4th fell on Monday. So most of the checks were written in the month of June. I think there's a couple though that will still come in. So we should be pretty close to budget. As I said, that was a decision to add to those fireworks this year. The other thing in your packet, there was the Paternal Pulse News. This is an e-newsletter that comes out from our risk management agency, and they actually did a story that we were included on. There were pictures expenditures, and if you look on page 2 of the 3 I gave you, and page 3, actually, this is Ryan Pillman, who's one of our full-time maintenance staff, and these two are brothers that are part-time maintenance staff. So talking about that, we, in the article, someone interviewed me to write the article, talking about our Platinum Safety Award at the pool, talking about that we do a stretching program for our maintenance department, which is really encouraged by the risk management agency to keep people healthy, doing the physical jobs that we ask them to do in the maintenance department. So I thought that was something that I wanted to share with all of you. And the last thing is, since the last meeting, we did not have our ratings from Standard & Poor's. They did re-rate us this year. This was in your packet also. And they confirmed our A+ rating, which is fantastic for us. It is what we expected. It's really kind of doesn't make any sense that Moody's has dropped us for the past several years when S&P feels very comfortable where we are and what we're doing and has confirmed that A+ rating. So we're very happy to have another rating. S&P didn't rate us for several years because they didn't feel that it was necessary. So I think we just fell on the year that we would normally be rated, and that's the reason they redid the rating, and it was confirmed. So that was good news. I wanted to share with everybody on that also.
Okay.
Any questions on that or anything in my report? Okay.
I'm going to go on to old business. The Kaboom Playground Grant.
Okay, so we applied for this in June of 2015, and were finally awarded the grant this year. So you'll see the board over there. Last week we had a design day at Herman Park Center. We brought in the kids from the day camp program that utilize Herman Park's playground and programs. And they did drawings of what they would like to see in their playground, so that it's not just the adults telling the kids, here, this is the playground we're going to give you. We wanted to get input from them. We also had adults that met and looked through actual playground equipment and options that we had after looking at what the kids had drawn. It was a great day. We did a lot of work that day. And these are the 3 designs that came back from Kaboom. So we are going to have to choose one of those designs, and that will be our playground. So you guys can vote today, and then this board is going to go out to Herman Park so that the people who actually are going to use the playground will have the opportunity to vote. We have to give them our decision next Wednesday, so we'll have a few days out there to vote on that. And then we'll be moving forward. Discover Financial is the partner with Kaboom, and they will be bringing 275 volunteers on September 29th to Herman Park, and we will make this playground happen in one day, 6 hours actually. 9 to 2 is the plan. And we are looking to recruit 100 volunteers from our community to supplement that. And we have some commitments already. We have a couple of sign-up sheets, one here, one at Herman Park. The Kiwanis Club has made a commitment to partner with us as a community agency. So actually they're going to get to vote on the playground too at their meeting Tuesday morning. David's going to take that over to the
What was the date?
The date of the actual build is September 29th. We can take anybody, but anyone who they would like to have just 18 and over on the build day at the actual build site. We will have some kids there that will be doing some activities that day. that's part of the whole thing, is to keep the kids engaged and, part of the process. So
Is part of that day putting in landscaping, flowers or anything?
yeah, we have side projects that we can do, so they do benches and they do landscaping. So we haven't decided that. Tomorrow is our first call. We have a call once a week, or once a month, I guess, not once a week. It's not once a week. To just make sure we're all on the right page, that we're getting everything together to make it happen.
Those kids that went out there, Drew, or whatever their wish list, are they gonna be involved in the voting too?
Yeah, because they're at camp,
Good.
so they will have the opportunity to vote also.
I won't be in town.
September 29th.
Yeah, I know when.
Okay.
So,
We'll probably talk about it more before then.
September, never mind.
Okay.
I will be in town. I thought it's the 8th. I will be in town.
Okay, yeah, we can use all the help we can get that day, for sure. So, it was very exciting that we finally got that coming together. It's gonna be a really nice playground. It's a great partner, with the room and Discover Financial.
Okay, you were the one were you the one that wrote the grant?
What day?
Oh, good
September
job.
29th?
It's a Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
Thursday.
Thursday, oh, during the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. You wanna talk about the NRPA conference?
Yeah, one of the notes that came out of the last meeting that we had at Ansel Link, they have a fall and spring meeting, was that when we are going to do conference expenses, that we bring it before the board for a vote. It is in the budget to have expenditures for the NRPA conference, which is coming up in October. But I wanted the board to be aware that we will be sending staff. The board is eligible to go if they would like to. But we would like to extend those funds there, as I said, in the budget. So I just want to make sure that you are all aware that we are going to extend those funds, and that we make a motion to approve, that you approve that we are going to make those expenditures.
Okay.
If there's any questions, you can.
Anybody have any questions first? Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to expend conference and travel related expenses for staff and commissioners
For the NRPA.
for the NRPA conference. Thank you.
I make a motion to approve the NRPA conference expenses.
Can
2016.
I have a second on that?
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carried.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, we have a budget and appropriation ordinance 828 to talk about. Okay, and I would open the public meeting. Are there any comments or any questions on that ordinance? Or the director talks about it?
I can, this is a necessary part of our whole budget process, is to do the budget and appropriation ordinance at this time. There is a definite time window, that's why we did this, we aren't doing this till July this year, because we didn't start the process early enough. But there wasn't enough time between our meetings, like a 30-day window. So everything in there is really the budget that you guys have gone through since April, where we went through each individual department's budget. So That's all what is included. So this is just approving that we are going to expend and receive the revenue for the budgeted items.
Any comments or questions from the commissioners? I'll close that public meeting, and I'll entertain a motion for ordinance 828.
Do I need to read the whole thing there? Is that- should I? Make a motion for an ordinance number 828, budget and appropriation ordinance, 2016 and 17, an ordinance adopting the combined annual budget and appropriation of funds for the Zion Park District, Lake County, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning the first day of May 2016 and ending on the 30th day of April 2017.
I will second that.
Secretary, roll call?
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner Buckles?
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett?
Aye. Yeah, that wasn't it. Okay, the Paternal evaluation process.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure you guys where we were in the process. Every 4 years, we do the evaluation of the whole park district with Paternal, our loss control agency. And so to date, we have completed the administration form, the recreation form, the aquatics form, the golf form, the special rec association form, and the police form. So that is the bulk of our operations, where we have gone through a survey of questions talking about the risk management and liability of those operations. We will finish up with the park maintenance, which is actually one of the largest portions of the risk management evaluation in September. And we will have one final meeting where each of the departments will have the opportunity to bring forward anything that they have found that was lacking when we did our original evaluation, so that we will then be scored on a point scale. We have been accredited for the past, I don't know how many evaluations, a lot. I don't know how many, it's been a long time. We've been accredited for a long time, so I don't have any fears that we won't be again. But that's where we're at in the process. It's going very well, especially now that we have new staff in a lot of places since I've been the director. The last evaluation was the last year that Rich was the director. So it certainly is nice to go through this process with everybody who's new in place and make sure that everybody understands what it is that we're doing with that program, and we're doing very well. So I just want to make sure you guys were clear on that.
I thought they come every year.
No, they only do the full evaluation process every 4 years.
Okay.
She does come and visits. She does a spot visit with us if we, maybe once. But this is the big evaluation.
Okay. All right, on to new business. We have a picnic shelter bid results to talk about.
Right, so I put in your packet the bid requests, and these are the results from the bid opening that was on Tuesday. This is a laminated wood picnic shelter that will be going out at Herman Park as part of that CDBG grant that we secured for Herman Park. It is the staff's recommendation that we accept the bid from Cunningham Recreation for the alternate, which is a larger shelter for that park, of $19,785.
Were these other ones, were they similar, or these are just these other?
The shelters themselves, yeah, they're pretty similar.
That's $10,000, or that's
Right.
gold plated?
There were some wood trusses on the Procreation and the Xenon had those two, right? The trusses, the ceiling truss, or the roofing trusses that were a little bit, shaped a little bit differently. These are more streamlined, which actually I think will work better. There will probably be less activity in the roof trusses because they're not as easy to hang on, they're not as easy to climb on.
Good point.
So we felt comfortable with this, and it's a solidly made shelter. It's not less because of the cost reduction.
I was seeing like $10,000, just wonder what the difference, a cheaper one, or it was not as sturdy, or that's what I was concerned about.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
You're out swinging on them already?
I gave up swinging a long time ago.
Any other comments or questions before I entertain a motion on that? Okay. I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the recommended bid number 1606 based on recommendations that the Park District has given us.
Yeah, make a motion, I just repeat what you said, correct? For the bid for the 1606 laminated wood picnic shelter. The bid results, we are going for the Cunningham Recreation for the $19,785.
I would second that.
Roll call, Secretary?
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Buckles?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett?
Aye. Okay, now we are going to talk about Verizon wireless request.
Right.
The director has some information.
Okay, so first, before we look at the map, we actually had two requests from that company. It's Verizon's building company, NTP Wireless. It's kind of like the one we had the last time with Horvath Communications. They were doing that for, I don't remember what was the company.
T-Mobile? Is it T-Mobile?
There's
Yeah.
subcontractor or their contracting company to build the cell
Right.
tower.
So we actually, both sides of this letter are actually two separate parcels that they are looking for. They did put in their letter, first of all, that they were not interested in negotiating from what they have here in this letter. So I did send an email to Chris Barton from their office and said, you know, if you're not interested in negotiating this, then I'm not even going to bring it to the park board because we're not going to do this. And he said that they were interested in working with us. So it's not a moot point that we're going to be only able to negotiate this rent amount or the footprint of the property. So,
In other words, the bottom line is, you don't want them telling that we're gonna wanna hear what they're, we just wanna say, they're gonna do this, period.
right. So we did put a map together so you guys could see what's talking about as far as the properties. So this one is Canaan Park. It's on
It's near 34th and
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Gabriel?
It's near 34th and Gabriel.
Yeah. No. Oh, Geneva Lane, yeah. So we have some open property here, there's nothing in this park.
That's the property that connects the end of Carroll Lane, which brings the Carroll Lane end into the city limits. Yes, I know what you're talking about. At the end of Geneva Lane, there's basically dead property, just sits there.
The one we have now is in, this is Lake Michigan, right?
This is Lake Michigan, yeah.
This is the Hebron.
No,
Well,
that's Kedron. So,
We got the other one over here about
Well, I can't see it, I'm upside
Galilee
down,
on
but-
23rd.
yeah, we can move it around.
There you go. Yeah, 'cause that's 23rd right here, correct?
Yeah, it's over here.
What about Milburn? Right there.
Yeah, it's over here.
What is the red dot and green dot?
Okay, so this is So you had a question? Do you have a question still?
Yes, I do have a question.
Thank you.
You ready?
Yeah, he's ready to
Okay.
keep going.
Is our contract for the other cell tower $800 a month?
No,
It's more.
2,000.
It's 2,000.
And then if they add carriers, it goes up. So the thing that the attorney from Mansfield told me, who was the person who did our last contract with the cell carrier, with the cell, for the cell tower, you know, I mean, we're doing this as an alternate revenue source, obviously. You know, this is just a way for us to make some revenue off the property that we own. Is that, you know, there could be more a concern about in a residential area, whereas the Hebron was less residential. There's a lot of open space around that piece of property. So we need to consider that when we consider if we're going to even go forward on this. The zoning board the last time was concerned about the height of the tower. There is nothing in here even requesting tower height, but foremost cell companies, I think they have to have a certain height, don't they? In order to have their receiver up there. So that will probably be another consideration. So, you know, I just want to bring out, and, you know, while we're talking about it, what...
They have no concern about the high lines going through there. That's what I was talking with Rick about that. I don't know
Yeah,
as far as reception,
I don't know
how
how,
that works.
right, or how
There is an
far-
issue with them as far as distance, so they would have to make that determination with that alternate location.
I think that actually would be farther, wouldn't it? Wouldn't Kedron be farther away from
No,
the high
Kedron's
tower?
closer.
No, it's closer.
No, they're on, really,
The same,
the north side of Beulah is the south side of,
okay.
Are they talking the north side of Beulah?
I don't know where they're talking.
So they haven't said which part of Beulah Park?
No,
Okay, so it could be the ghost zone on the backside of Beulah Park.
yeah, that's probably the only place where we would even consider it.
Okay.
Of course, the other concern is too, being that's kind of, this one over here by the yards, there's people there, and it's a lot safer, where this is going to be less people around. That's,
Sure, it'll be...
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Having been involved in these discussions in the past, they typically start around $750 and $800 per tower and go up from there. So for them to come in at $750 is not unusual. So I've seen that before. So I wasn't too alarmed at that. That's what my question was. I had thought that the other one was higher. So, are they looking at one or two, or?
Yeah, that's a good question. I did not ask that question because I actually didn't realize that I had two when I first talked to him. So they sent another packet, so they're looking at several locations in Zion. I would think just one, but I don't know the answer to that.
I think it's worth investigating still, right? Seeing what our options are. Do you agree that, for Maryland to keep investigating our
Yes.
options?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good alternate revenue source that we can at least look into if we can even work something out with them on the locations that we have.
Right.
Marla, what was on that one over by the city park yards there, what was that first price before they started? Can you recalling it?
I don't.
Because you said 780, but that was,
I think it was about 1,000.
wasn't, I thought it was,
Yeah, I don't even remember when
Okay.
they first came.
You
what
Said
they-
Geneva Lane. What about the one at 34th and Gabriel? What about that property? Do we own that property as far as a park district is concerned? We
Where
do.
the city's tower is, yeah.
The city owns a tower there?
They have a tower there, a communication tower there. It's not nearly that tall, but they do have one there.
that's 34th
So,
Gabriel.
I don't know what, yes. I don't know what the park district's plans are with that property, but that's, you know,
Picture.
if you go to 33rd and Gabriel, go south one block, there's an open field on the west side of the road, and there's a tower there. And from my understanding, it is Park District property. And we have a lot of issues with many bikes and go-karts riding in that field.
Oh, I think I do know what you're talking about.
So that may be, if I prefer the Geneva Lane one a lot better because it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
But, that 34th and Gabriel, if it's not going to be developed, if it's just vacant property doing nothing, that may be something to consider.
Okay.
That's what I would try the landfill because one reason no houses is back there.
Well, there are some houses over there, but yeah, there's
But,
They're not adding on a bunch of houses, what you're saying, Jesse.
yeah,
there's less residential density.
yeah.
Okay. All right, then I'll move forward on this and see where we end up and bring you back the
We need a motion.
updates.
No, we don't need
I
a
don't think
motion on
so.
that one.
No motion?
The only thing left on our agenda this evening is adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting of July 21st, 2016.
I'll second that motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Adjourned.
Very nice job.